man, another boring and bad and pointless episode of Raw, but Raw's cooking, guys. WWE is cooking. Freaking morons, man. I'm gonna sound a little bit tired in this review, but we're gonna thug this out, man. This episode genuinely made me tired because it was that boring. It had me about to fall asleep. But anyways, Randy Orton and Gunther started it off with a promo. The promo was mid, and Gunther pretty much says the same thing that every other generic champion says in WWE right now. I respect you, but you pissed me off by beating me up. So now I'm gonna beat you at Bash in Berlin. Yeah, like it's the same stuff. And then Ludwig Kaiser comes out, hits Randy Orton, and then it's Ludwig versus Randy in the main event of Raw. Then this is a problem I have with the World Heavyweight Championship. Since Seth Rollins lost it, it has zero prestige. Even though I don't, love the idea of Seth Rollins being world champion, he probably is going to win this title back within the next 6 months to a year, because he has to. This title has no prestige yet. I know Gunther's early in his reign, but come on, man. The World Championship and the Intercontinental title and the U.S. title and the WWE Championship all feel the same right now. And this is a problem I'm going to talk about later on in this video, and possibly in another video too. But Gunther just doesn't have that much impact to the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm glad to rather see it on him than Damian Priest. But man, not much has changed. Then you get Sheamus versus Pete Dunne, which first off, I did not watch this whole match from start to finish live, but I saw a lot of the footage of this match, like the ending, the beginning, and some other moves used throughout it. This is the best part of tonight's episode of Raw. Sheamus is actually an actual trooper, dude. This dude comes out every week or every other week and puts on a banger match on Raw. He wrestles more on television than every single current WWE champion combined. He's had more TV matches than Rhea Ripley, Cody, Orton, Rollins, Roman, everybody else this year, and his matches have been great on TV, dude. And Pete Dunne looked decent in this fight as well. This is a great match, and the ending to rip the turnbuckle off and hit the bro kick, this is a banger, okay? Undoubtedly, this is a banger, and I honestly want to see Sheamus win one more championship in WWE, like a world title, because he deserves it. At least he's going to wrestle every week and show up. You get what I'm saying? Now, Cody Rhodes shows up every week, for example, but he doesn't do anything. I would rather have someone show up once every other week or once every 2 or 3 weeks if they're going to actually contribute, rather than just showing up every week just because they can say that they were on the show. You get what I'm saying? But anyways, garbage backstage segments next with Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, and then Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio cut their promos. And these are the same promos. It's the same promos, just coming out of two different people. Damian and Rhea basically say, yeah, Dom, Liv, you pissed us off, and we're going to fight back. You bother us, but we're not going to quit because we're going to fight back, and you're pissing us off, and we're going to get revenge against the fake Judgment Day. And then Rhea Ripley says, Liv Morgan, you're a knockoff Rhea Ripley. What makes her a knockoff Rhea Ripley? I don't know. Nobody tells us. So we're just led to believe that she's a knockoff Rhea Ripley with no reasoning. And speaking of Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan cut a bad promo here, because that's what they do. People think that because the boos that Dominic's getting, that he's some great promo worker. He's not. He's never cut a good promo in his life. Number one, because he's always getting booed, and when he has the chance like this in a backstage promo, it looks like he's half jobbing it. He's not even giving full effort in this promo, man. It's bad. And Liv Morgan's boring. She's a boring champ. Nothing in this feud needs a championship right now. The World Heavyweight Championship is not needed in this women's feud. And the fact that it's the second most prestigious title in the WWE for women, and this is the best that we're getting is Liv Morgan, it's sad. There's no story that needs this. No storyline is benefiting from the world title right now for the women's. You could easily be giving other opportunities to Io Sky or Lyra Valkyria, who you just drafted and she does nothing already. She's a jobber already. You know what I'm saying? You could try things with Kiana James. There's so many other wrestlers you could utilize with this World Heavyweight Championship, man. But instead, we just sit here and get bad matches and bad segments from Liv Morgan. You know what I'm saying? It's just stupid. I don't understand the logic with this, man. Nothing in this feud needs a title. Literally nothing in it needs a title. So what? Rhea lost it and had to relinquish it because she never, she got injured. So what? She can just go win it back from Io Sky at WrestleMania in a banger match, which is something that Rhea Ripley has not had in a long time, which is a banger match. Next, Maxine Dupree, Ivy Nile. I don't even know what to say about this. It was just a segment that turned into Uncle Howdy, and you guys know how I feel about Uncle Howdy. He's boring and annoying. The Wyatt Six is a joke, and they're going to be irrelevant in about 2 or 3 months. They built up 4 months to this build-up for this team debuting. They debut last 2 weeks ago in the ring, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Do you see anyone waiting each week for the Wyatt Six to come out? No. It's boring. And then we're going to get Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable next week on Raw, which is a confirmed match. And I'm like, who cares? Do you care? Probably not. Do I care? Absolutely not. Now onto the next segment. New Day versus the Final Testament for the 50th time. Yay. Yay, man. The New Day come out dressed as Teenage Mutant Ninja idiots, and then they beat the Final Testament for the 15th time. Just like the Final Testament could have won this match, and they would have won for the 10th time. Like, it's the same stuff. It's boring. What about this Raw is interesting? I genuinely don't understand it. Then you get CM Punk's promo, or aka Cody Rhodes' promo, my bad, because they basically say nothing. CM Punk comes out and says, "Isn't it great to be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida? Isn't it great to be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida? You guys just won a Stanley Cup. Isn't it great to be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida?" Like, come on. It's boring. And he starts out the promo saying, "So, do you guys want to hear a story? So, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Big. And then 8 minutes into the speech, 8 minutes into the segment, he says, "Hey, do you guys want to hear a story?" Like, when are you going to get to the story, bro? Stop yapping. And then Drew McIntyre comes out, and we now have Punk versus McIntyre at Bash in Berlin in a strap match where they can't get, like, disconnected to each other or something like that. Like, this is just dumb. This feud is being dragged out into oblivion. It is so boring. It is so boring and dead. And I'm just getting tired even talking about this stuff. Dom versus Damian Priest makes no sense because Damian walks out and beats all of the Judgment Day men in a 4v1. Just immediately beats him in a 4v1 in about 30 seconds, right? Then, 2 seconds later, he gets in the ring. Rhea Ripley is in the ring, and then she gets hit by a chair by Liv Morgan, and all of a sudden, Rhea Ripley's dang near knocked out. Like, what? What even is that? She literally she jammed her shoulder into a freaking announce table at SummerSlam, walks it off. Gets hit with a chair at SummerSlam, gets up after about 1 or 2 minutes of being down. But all of a sudden, she gets hit in the back with a chair one time, and she's knocked out. What? And then Damian's knocked down by the 4 dudes. What? The same 4 dudes you just soloed, now you can't beat them anymore. It's dumb. Then the women's tag match, which this is stupid and I'm not going to waste my time. I normally am more energetic and, can get up and yell about this stuff, but this isn't even worth yelling about. This match was garbage. Io Sky and Kairi Sane deserve better. Io Sky should be the World Heavyweight Women's Champion. And there's no debate. There's no argument. Even if she can't cut a good promo because, the language barrier or whatever, have Dakota Kai be a mouthpiece. Or do something else. Have her cut backstage promos in Japanese like Shinsuke did, which even though I don't like Shinsuke, at least the Japanese promos he cut backstage in the segments were actually pretty decent. They were cool. Because even though all you gotta do is just throw the subtitles on, and then it's interesting, and you know what he's saying, and it sounds cool, and it's all nice. Just do that. Io Sky is way more talented than Liv Morgan. It's not even close. It's not. I just don't understand this. Why are they even in the same ring as these jobbers like Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark? In Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, who are all jobbers who will be forgotten about in 2 years max. It is really a joke, and there's no crowd reaction when these women come out. There's none. Like, I don't even know what to say anymore at this point, man. This is sad and embarrassing. Io Sky and Kairi come out here each week to put on these amazing matches, week after week, and be the only ones in the match getting a reaction from the crowd, just for them to do nothing the following week, and the week after that, and the week after that? Come on. And then Jey Uso, speaking of doing nothing week after week after week, Jey Uso comes out and does nothing again. He has a backstage segment with Jackie Redmond where he basically just yeets and yeets and yeets. And Sami Zayn is mysteriously not on Raw tonight because he's clearing his head. He's clearing his head. No, he's a moron. What is even happening anymore? Are Jey and Sami going to go after the tag belts? Or are they going to go to SmackDown and join the Bloodline? They're better off just joining SmackDown and doing the Bloodline because even though Jey Uso, as over as he is and how as amazing as he's been the last year on his singles run, it doesn't matter because nothing's changed. He hasn't won any gold at all, and he's been losing match after match after match. I don't, what exactly has this dude done except for make a great gimmick for himself, cut good promos, and put on decent matches, just for him to do this? Backstage segments every other week, and then getting no TV time mostly for the last month or two? Leading up to SummerSlam, and then even now? It's just stupid. They don't treat their stars with respect, but Triple H continues to push these stupid jobbers and these bums, like the Final Testament and Karrion Kross, and in freaking in Liv Morgan, in all these other bums. It's embarrassing, man. People nowadays, they don't know good wrestling. It's just sad. It's embarrassing to watch, man. I'm so glad I grew up with 2000s wrestling because it's so much better than this. And I'm honestly going to stop watching Raw soon if they keep this up. I'm dead serious. I'm not watching this garbage. I can't do this anymore, man. I can't do it. It's too much. It's boring. And they ended off with Kaiser versus Orton in a mid-match. What else is there to say about this Raw? It was boring. It sucked. And last week's Raw was one of the worst I've ever seen. This week's Raw is probably one of the worst of the year. It's not the worst I've ever seen because there was some good things, like Sheamus' match with Pete Dunne was a banger. And, Brunson Reed and The Miz, I forgot to say they had a match. That match was decent. But other than that, I mean, what did we do here on this episode? Like, seriously, what did we accomplish? What did we change? What did we develop? And the answer is nothing. So, let me know what you thought about this episode of Raw. I don't even know, man. Whatever. Have a great day. Enjoy the episode. I don't know. Peace out, man.